So next week, what we're gonna stream is a little down here, River City Ransom, which is one of my favorite games, and we'll do that on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, just like this weekend. We should be able to get through it um, by Thursday. I'm fairly certain we can. So we'll play that too, and in fact we could just dive right in. And I like fast message speed, please. And so, what's really cool about our River City Ransom is it combines RPG elements with like a fighting game. It's like Double Dragon meets, Final Fantasy. Because you have there's stat screens. I'll show you in a second. Oh, whoops. Where you have stats that you upgrade throughout the game. And you fight different gangs throughout. And, oh yeah, you can ride on garbage cans. Yeah, one thing that, I don't know if it's a bug or not, but when you jump up on top, they don't move anymore. So, hop down. And then you end up at a mall. So it's like an RPG where you would end up in a village. So there's a bunch of stuff to buy. The first thing you want to do is go to the bookstores. And okay, maybe no sneeze. And buy the stone hands and dragon feet. Depending on if you punch or kick more, you get one or the other first. So Dragon Feet is what I use. Much more than I kick more than I punch. So we go in there and you'll acquire a technique called Dragon Feet. Hello, new viewers. We're up to 4. Hey, we're playing some River City Ransom. We just finished up Legend of Zelda, so we're going to play River City Ransom next week, but I thought we'd get started a little bit before the stream ends for tonight. And then you can go in and you can get stuff, and you eat, and you level up. Your stamina goes up, your punch goes up, and your max power goes up. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. So it's very similar to, a role-playing game. So once you have the dragon feet, you know, you kick faster. And it's useful. Some of the stuff that you can learn in this game is not that useful. Like the Acro Circus one isn't. There's only really, there's like 5 or 6 of them that you can learn, and there's only really, besides Dragon Feet and Stone Hands, there's really only one other that's all that useful. Everybody else. Sometimes you have to kind of stand here for a minute, and then somebody will come running at you. Now you can go into the park here, into Sherman Park. There's a boss here, but not until later in the game. You have to beat a bunch of bosses before they appear. Yeah, this is a screen where people keep coming out of the right. I'm not sure where they're actually coming from. Hey! Where they're actually coming from, but... A fun thing to do when you're playing 2-player here is to play baseball. So when he takes the bat, and then you hit the ball. And this is another game with, you know, absolutely iconic music. And so there's a boss here, so you gotta beat all the enemies on the board. And you want to be close to the boss, because while he's, you know, talking, you can get some shots in. And especially on the early ones like this, like, yeah, you can just wreck them. Real easy. And then you get to the next mall. And let's go in and let's get... Oh, we don't have enough money anyway. So, what I usually do at this point is go backwards. So this is how you grind. And now you got Simon Belmont's Chain Whip. Yeah, and they can friendly fire each other, as you just saw there. Ow! So when you die, you go back a mall, and you lose half your money. So that's okay. So, I usually go backwards as a way of grinding to whatever the most previous boss is. So for purposes of us, that would be the beginning of the game. And then you just kind of fight your way back through. Check out Millhouse there. I'll jump on it. Yeah, so back to the beginning, and... Okay. And you can't go back into high school. So you just kind of keep fighting your way through, and you gain, you know, more currency, so you can buy food and level up. Now, I don't think this game is hard enough, at least on the not on the advanced difficulty that you need to, like, really, really pay attention to that. Because, you know, you can just kind of, you get good enough at the game where you're fine. But I still think it's important to grind. Personally, I don't usually pay too much attention to the meals and whatnot. But we should have enough for stone hands. Oh no. Oh wait, and this isn't even it. No, what do we got? 22. How much is it? 26. Alright, so 23. And, you know, based on how difficult they are, basically is how much money they give. So a lot of later enemies give, you know, way more money. Alright, 27. So I'll go in here and get stone hands. Yes. Oh, whoops. Pause. Belongings. So now you have stone hands as well. And that Acro Circus one, I find, you know, just isn't really that helpful. And I love the gang names, generic dudes. That's so great. There's definitely some, you know, definite tongue-in-cheek kind of stuff in this game. For sure. As in, a lot of these, the games in this kind of style / series, that we got some of them over here back then, such as, this game, Nintendo World Cup, Super Dodgeball was another one. I mean, these games are kind of affiliated with Double Dragon. My cat is, like, really snoring. If the mic was a little to the right, you could hear it. But I can hear him. And so you can kind of jump on top of a lot of stuff, too. And, you know, use that to your advantage. Kind of run through. Wait for you, and hit him. Dodge, because sometimes people in this board throw things. I just want to make sure we get to the next mall. Oh no! Oh. Nemva! Hey. Yeah, puzzle often is, but not tonight. A lot of times he is, about 5-10 minutes in, he'll come over, you know, wanting food. But, he's being pretty chill tonight. He was up early, so... Yeah, this boss is pretty easy, except when he does that. And then he can, like... Whoa! Holy crap! Alright. We gotta beat him this time. I beat him the first time. This is kind of going back through. Love it. Yeah, got him. Sarah, hey! So we just, Sarah, you missed the end of, Legend of Zelda. Yeah, right, right. He's stunned by the fact that you're, even climbing on him. That he's just like, whoa! Basically. Yeah, that's kind of how I always assume it goes down. Yeah, now you're running a Roxy. Yeah, River City Ransom is one of my favorites. For sure. So Roxy's kind of helping you out, so now you gotta fight these dudes. Who aren't too bad. And you have to actually beat them, you can't throw them, there's, water over here. It doesn't count if you toss them in the water. Yeah, I have the 3DS ones. They're okay. I think my problem with the newer ones is that they overcomplicate it a lot. This game is just like, it's just complicated enough that it's like perfect. Yeah, check it out. So we'll go backwards just to grind a little more. Let's see if the boss is here yet. No, I think there's at least one more boss that we have to beat. Millhouse trying to uppercut you. There's a Japanese collection of all these games too that I don't know if it's coming out over here. I think on Player One they were talking about how it wasn't gonna. Oh no! Whoops. I think they're saying that, yeah, gotta watch out for those pits. They'll get you. Yeah, here. So, I'm gonna throw a garbage can at someone. You can also kick it at them if you wanted to. Alright, we're gonna skip you. Alright, now let's go forward. Let's go here. Let's, fried rice. Alright, so now, new stuff. Homeboys. And there are differences in the gangs. Some of them are harder than others. Like earlier, one of the boards I ran through was because there's the squids who are one of the tougher ones, and you know, you want to fight them later in the game. And you know, hit somebody with a tire. And, you know, throw it at him, too. Yeah, I've got 30 years experience playing this game. I'm pretty good at it. Yeah, here's the squids. Can't get up there. You can, but you gotta time it right. One of the things I love is that they can friendly fire each other, which I think is really cool. And you can crash into things yourself. So now here's a funny little trick. And now you don't want to kill them all, though, because there's a boss here. These jumps are a little awkward. Ah, damn. You know, all that happens when you die is you lose half your money. So let's just kind of run our way through. There we go. Oh, whoops. Yeah. That'll work better. Oh my god, dude! This guy's tough. A lot of the bosses later in the game are really tough. You have to just like kind of get a perfect fight with them. Yeah, Rocco's one of he's the first one that's really hard. There's a couple later that are even harder. Basically, if they get a shot in, they're fast enough that they can just, like, brutalize you. So, here's what we're gonna do. Come on. There we go. So now they mentioned going back to Sherman Park. So, let's go backwards. Yeah, and you gotta fight Blade in there. So what time is it? 9:19. We'll play for another, like, 5 minutes. Namava, did Greg mention what he's playing tonight? Look at those feet run. Or if you can call that running. But, oh, Persona 5. Oh, okay, cool. Kevin Larrabee convinced me to buy that game over a bunch of different podcasts that he talked about it. Yeah, here's a... Shit. Blade's fast. Yeah, Kevin talked about that game so much on different podcasts. I finally was just like, I remember I tweeted him. I was standing at GameStop and I'm like, you talk about this game so damn much that I'm gonna buy a used copy now. Whoa. Dude is fast. But I got a whip. Like a Belmont. Come on, go down. Go down. Go down. Dude. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I ended up not playing it much. I'm interested to see Greg play it. I'm interested to watch somebody who knows what they're doing with it play it. I think is a better way of saying it. Oh yeah, here we go. Got him. Baseball bat to the skull. There we go. Got him. Blade's tough. Yeah, for some of them you have to just kind of have the right you just kind of need the right weapon. So, all right, hold on. I will be right back. Sarah, I have something exciting. Someone was just walking over and wanted to say hi to you. Say hi to everybody. You want to say hi? Do you want to tell everybody how you were sick and now you're feeling better? No. Yeah, so, yeah, he was a little sick. He was on medication for the past, like, 3 weeks or so, and that's kind of cleared up, the issue he was having with that. And then, about a week ago, he started having, like, a constipation issue, that's pretty much gone away at this point. He's fine now, but I had to give him some meds for that and kind of clear that up, literally. And but he seems to be okay now. So that was like a week and a half ago, probably. So he's back to his normal self, going over to his bowl and get some food. So, alright, that's gonna wrap things up for tonight. So next week, we're gonna play this more. We're gonna play some more River City Ransom, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So everybody, Namava, I'm sure I'll see you over in Greg's stream. Sarah, feel free to go over to Greg Stewart's stream too. slash Sewart, Sewart, from the Player One podcast. So, you know, I'm going to head over there in a minute too. And yeah, I'm glad you were able to get in here. I really appreciate it. Your channel auto hosts me a lot. So that's cool too. So, alright. I'll be over with Greg in a minute. So, yeah, thank you, Namba, for throwing the link in. Alright, talk soon.